You know what's always on time is the Bishop's Corner each and every Thursday here on Annunciation Radio. And I know, Mr. Finn, you've got a wonderful highlight question of the week picked by Bishop Thomas himself to share with us this morning.
Yeah, it's all about New Year's resolutions. Kathy in Toledo, who writes,
Thank you,
Bishop
Kathy.
Thomas, did you or do you make any New Year's resolutions? Can you give me some ideas for spiritual resolutions that I can adopt?
Thank you, Kathy, so much. And, Ron, I get this question every year, don't I?
Yes.
So do I make resolutions? The answer is yes. But, Kathy, it was interesting, and thank you. You didn't ask me to share those resolutions. Often I'm asked to share, and my response always, just like Lent, when I'm asked, well, what am I giving up? What am I doing for Lent? And I always quote Matthew's Gospel, chapter 6, verses 3 and 4. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So, Kathy, thanks for not asking what I'm doing. But, of course, I make some resolutions. And, of course, we all know, sadly, that the vast majority of resolutions are usually given up within 2 weeks of the 1st of January. So by the 14th, most people have given up their resolutions. But I do want to mention something, Kathy. I appreciate your asking about spiritual resolutions, because I read an article recently that said, interestingly, at New Year's, for the X number of last maybe 10 years or more, the resolutions were all about bodily weight. And that's not uncommon, right? I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to lose weight. Interestingly, though, this year, this article pointed out that more of the resolutions were about mental health. Interesting. And you're asking such an appropriate question about, as Catholics, what are our spiritual resolutions? So can I toss a few out at you? And that would be, my first one is what I mentioned in the beginning. This is the Jubilee year of Pilgrims of Hope. So my first question to you would be a spiritual resolution to more carefully examine what is hope, the theological virtue of hope, where is your hope, and how are you yourself a pilgrim of hope? And maybe all those things, from the Holy See can help you to reflect on that. But then also to root your resolutions, and Kathy, I think this is a key, in our Catholic faith and virtue. So the foundation of any resolution should be rooted in virtue. So consider aligning your resolutions and goals, maybe, with the teachings of the Church, our Catholic tradition, virtues exemplified in the Bible, starting with faith, hope, and love, and the lives, for example, maybe of favorite saints. So whether it's practicing the virtues of patience or kindness or humility, or devoting more time to prayer and reflection, connect your resolutions to increasing the spiritual value and a strong sense of Catholic purpose. And then another would be, of course, building holy and solid relationships and making a positive impact with others. That may be asking forgiveness or offering forgiveness yourself, but building up good personal relationships so that those encounters might help to lead to the encounter with Jesus, who is our hope. Great.
I
hope that's
that.
Hope, pun intended. I hope that might be something for you to consider.
And thank you, Kathy. I'm going to steal that resolution for myself.
Beautiful.
That's great.
Beautiful.
All right, hear the whole show this afternoon, 4:30.